stifle, stifle, revive, revive, contract, contract, residential, residential, reluctant, reluctant, thrust, thrust, escort, escort, freeze, freeze, appropriation, appropriation. China's real estate crisis is stifling its recovery from pandemic lockdowns, fueling expectations for the government to take more steps to revive demand. Its home market continues to contract, with the total amount of money lent out to buy homes shrinking from a year earlier for the first time on record. The amount of office space in the U.S. is declining for what is also likely the first time in history. Then there's the residential market, where affordable homes for first-time buyers have disappeared. Reluctant to retire, leaders raise a tough question. How old is too old? Two troubling moments involving Senators Dianne Feinstein and Mitch McConnell thrust questions about aging in office out of Congress and into the national conversation. Mitch McConnell was escorted away from cameras after he suddenly froze mid-sentence and stopped speaking for about 25 seconds during a press conference. Meanwhile, 90-year-old Dianne Feinstein appeared confused and mistakenly started reading a statement during a routine Senate Appropriations Committee vote, which required her to simply say aye or nay when her name was called. Feinstein announced earlier this year that she will not run for re-election in 2024. Whistleblower, whistleblower, testify, testify, conceal, conceal, long-standing, long-standing, retrieve, retrieve, reverse engineer, reverse engineer, anomalous, anomalous, verifiable, verifiable, substantiate, substantiate, extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial, proponent, proponent, theft, theft, wary, wary, outlaw, outlaw. A former national intelligence official turned whistleblower testified that the U.S. is concealing a long-standing program that retrieves and reverse engineers UFOs. David Grush appeared before the House Oversight Committee's National Security Subcommittee alongside two former fighter pilots who had first-hand experience with unidentified anomalous phenomena, a phrase the federal government uses to refer to what are commonly known as UFOs. The Defense Department, meanwhile, said it has not discovered any verifiable information to substantiate claims that any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials have existed in the past or exist currently. The first so-called smart gun is expected to come to market this winter. Will anyone buy it? Guns that use technology, such as fingerprint readers and facial recognition, to ensure that only their owners can fire them, have been in development since the 1990s. Proponents say they can reduce accidental shootings and firearm thefts, but gun rights supporters are wary, in part over concern that governments could outlaw sales of weapons without the new technology. Nomination, nomination, indict, indict, count, count, conspiracy, conspiracy, defraud, defraud, obstruction, obstruction, co-conspirator, co-conspirator, incandescent, incandescent, patent, patent, admission, admission, attendance, attendance. Donald Trump, the former president and current frontrunner for the Republican nomination, was indicted today in connection with his widespread efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Trump was charged on 4 counts: conspiracy to defraud the U.S., conspiracy to threaten the rights of others, and 1 count each of conspiracy and obstruction of an official proceeding before Congress. Convictions on the first 2 would carry a sentence of up to 5 years in prison each. The obstruction charges carry up to 20 years. Prosecutors said Trump had 6 co-conspirators, but did not name them. The incandescent light bulb, a technology patented by Thomas Edison in the late 1800s, will soon be a thing of the past. Beginning today, American stores are effectively banned from selling the old-school bulbs under new federal energy efficiency rules. The end of the month will feature the biggest and brightest supermoon of 2023. If you miss August's blue supermoon, you'll have to wait 9 years for your next chance. When the Guggenheim Museum opened in 1959, it charged 50 cents for admission, or about $5.20 when adjusted for inflation. By 2015, it had risen to $25. The museum announced today that it was increasing the price for an adult ticket again to $30, the new standard for major museums. That's now the price to enter the Metropolitan Museum of Art or the Philadelphia Museum of Art. The heightened fees are in large part to make up for inflation-fueled costs and declines in membership and attendance.